Yo, what's up guys? Today's video is going to be a two-parter. So I'm going to have a second video coming out for the theme baffle, but this video is going to be how to make the impeller and the impeller housing for a homemade dust collector. Hope you guys enjoy. So the wheel fell off of this bandsaw too, so it's literally just garbage now. I never really used it. So I'm just going to take it apart and see what I can do with it. What happened was the wheel was stuck on the shaft because it's so cold outside that the wheel has compressed the shaft more than it was before. So I sat here for a while. I have this little jerry-rigged thing where I'd hit it. Kept trying to hit the motor mount or the motor shaft to try and push it through the wheel because I don't have any of those fancy tools that'll get it off. Don't even know what they're called, doesn't really matter. Anyway, so I had to actually take my propane torch and heat up the wheel enough to where I could hit it. And I noticed on my very first hit, after heating up the wheel, the shaft was already slipping through. So it took me like just a couple hits and now I got the actual motor off the whole thing, and I took the back off because I wasn't sure if I could do something that way or whatever. So this is the fun part about having a extremely small shop. This is only a 4x6 foot piece of plywood and it almost takes up my entire shop. Alright, so I just finished cutting the two circles that I have out. They're not, well, the circles aren't cut out, but the square parts are cut out. Alright, so this is how far I've gotten so far with my dust collector. This will be the impeller setup. The impeller actually spins this way. I'm not building the fins or vanes, or they're actually going to be going the opposite way, not this way. So that works. It has a little bit of wobble, but once it gets up to speed, it's actually not that bad. I just built a little motor housing, and it's actually, I don't know if you can see, but way in there you can see those bolts. There's actually 4 bolts on the inside mounting it to this piece of plywood right here. So that'll work for now, and I'm actually going to just be making the fins or vanes from 2x4s. I can get 2 per 2x4. It's actually going to be this way. So first I have to rip them on the table saw to square up the edges, because the faces are flat, so just need to rip each edge, square it up. Yeah, push stick. How did I lose my push stick? I lost my damn push stick. It's okay. I need to make more of these actually. This one's starting to get all choppy, but it'll still do the trick. So here we go. Alright, so I have this template here that I can mark out the vanes. So I have these points which I go off of each edge or each corner, and I make my first line. and then I measured down on each piece 3/4 of an inch, and that's where I put them on my second one, and it gives me that, and then I'm going to have to find the center of that, and I'll make the mark again. So after you finish this part, you got to do the middle line, because I'm going to get 2 fins or vanes out of each piece, which equals a total of 12, which I want to have 12 in my impeller. So from the first line that you make, you have to measure down 3/8 of an inch, and you make a mark, and then that will give you the spot for your middle line. Alright, I got all of the 12 fins cut out. There's some of the offcuts. Now I'm just going to sand them with my belt sander. Alright, so now I'm going to lay out all the fins and just see how they look. Doesn't look half bad, actually. It's probably a little bit heavy, but we'll see. Actually, it's not as heavy as I thought, so I'm actually going to probably glue that down right now. And we'll just put a piece of plywood on there. Give her a nice push down. And now we just have to have something heavy on top of it. Alright, so it's the next day. The glue should be done drying by now. If not, then we got a serious problem. Feels good. Sturdy, solid. Perfect. Cool. Now all we gotta do is attach it to the other circle. Alright, so I've taken the circle off of the motor, the one face, and I have the key here that goes in the motor. So I just made this little mark right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I'm just gonna take that out with a jigsaw. Alright, that should be good. Let's see how it fits. I'll put the key towards the bottom. No slippy slippy. Alright, I'm going to glue on the second face of the dust collector. So let's hope it goes alright. Alright, it's time to take the clamps off. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw some nails in on each side of the vanes, just to make sure that they stay together. It'll just be another layer of support. Just going to put some lines on it so I know where they probably line up. Alright, got my nailer all set up. Just gonna pop some nails into them. Alright, moment of truth, first try. seems to work. A little bit wobbly, so I'm going to have to fix that, but other than that, it's pretty good. Alright, so what I did was I cut a bunch of boards to 4 1/4 inches wide, which is about 1/4 inch off the impeller from the top surface. And now I'm cutting them all at 12 degrees, which is going to give me my circle all the way around. So I'm going to cut one glue, clamp, cut one glue, clamp, cut one glue, clamp. Basically, and so on until the glue sets up a little bit, which by the time I probably finish over there, the glue will set up on these ones so I can flip it over and throw some nails in. So now when I glue this one, I'm not only going to glue it on the bottom surface, but I'm also going to glue it on the face that joins to the other wall. So now I'm just going to cut them on 12 degrees and I'll give you a little update when I'm done. Alright, just finished the glue up. Now I wait, I guess. So I've put the lid on. Basically what I did was I took my tape measure, or not my tape measure, my ruler, and I butted my finger up against to find where the edge of each board is underneath on the squares. And then I pre-drilled a hole, and then I'm just screwing the last 3 in right now. Perfect. And I've actually already did the same thing on the other side, but I didn't use screws. I just used air nails because that side's going to be permanently on and I want this side to be removable. I didn't put any glue. So that is pretty much that part completely done. Now it's just to test it out, see how it goes. So I had previously jigsawed a hole here, but I actually want to fit the wires through now, and they don't fit because that's where I actually had just the plug. So I just have to make it fit, and then I'm going to have the plug actually come probably sideways out of the side here, and then that'll be easier to turn it on and off. Easier mounting system. I also need to cut a piece for here and for here just to protect the wired areas. So now that piece is locked in. Now I just need to connect the grounds and then put on this side piece here. So now I just need to put one in this side. I have the new switch mounted now, and it works. She's alive! I got a handful of sawdust. We'll see. I can show you how much suction there actually is. Just gone, fires it right out. So I'm very happy with how this turned out. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm going to be building the second part and have a video uploaded very soon. Thank you.